Welcome to my life as an NPC. I am Carbon Scythe, and today we're going back into Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. It's Sunday, September 24th, 2023. And yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So, and also I kind of hope that Hyde is coming back, because I apparently need to give him that key card to Gala's apartment. They need to move in together, because they are a couple, even if they don't really... We're all friends! There we go! Yeah! But I haven't met Bayless yet. Is Bayless not making an appearance in this game? I need to ask that on the Reddit. Inumimi and werewolves may share common ancestry, archaeologists say. Ooh. Inumimi. Okay, Inu means dog in Japanese. I don't know what Mimi means. Shifter, perhaps? It's just not Nekomimi. Lionfish invasion decrease. A successful trial. Countries to block foreign entry amidst unknown livestock bacterial infection. Okay, let's see here. So here we have Gala. Here we have Aqua. Countries to block foreign entry amidst unknown livestock bacterial infection. Countries to block foreign that could be the fire agent, which means it could be Neil and Amanda, but I don't know. There's something missing from the drawer. Really? Did I misplace it? Looks like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings.
I don't know. I think it's a very nice color scheme.
Talking about the trolls, so as you say in Swedish. När du talar om trollen så står den i farstun och not appropriate word.
Well, I think it's lacking something.
About time.
It's too dainty.
Well, before I start talking to you, I'm gonna read all of these. And they're not really giving me anything, but maybe I can find clues here actually about what kind of drinks they need. It's sometimes scary how so many things come into factor as you make a decision. It shouldn't be that hard. Right? That's true. I have tons to think about every day. Well, we don't like influencers that complain about life, do we now? But we feel sorry for him because we know what he's thinking about. Like how to make your timeline more fun. Well, I can't like that. I could really use a good cup of tea right now. So Myrtle is coming in here today. Well, come on. Bad traffic at Jail Street. Avoid. Thank you, Rihanna. Wait, did I miss someone? Oh, Bayless. There we go.
Dandy. What would you like then? Red, black and purple?
That wouldn't be the worst.
Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it.
Is this?
No takebacks this time.
Lord of the Rings? Door to Mordor or whatever it's called? No, I don't like that those movies, so I don't know. But the door that Gandalf opens, well, Frodo actually.
Vill ha dig mörkret hos mig. Tiden den stannar när vi rör vid varandra.
I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're gonna decide now anyway.
Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? Hey Carbon, what do you
Oh,
think?
jeez, do not bring me into this shit.
Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple?
Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow. Lilac, that's kind of a purple, right? Or red, black, and purple.
Bay, don't put
Yeah,
Carbon
thank
on
you,
the spot.
Lua. No, it's quite alright. It's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding. Your opinions matter, not mine. Why are you looking at me like that?
Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are.
She's just staring holes into my soul.
And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces.
Oh, please, can we not talk about that now?
I really thought we agreed on the good cottagecore ones.
Cottagecore.
The ones you spotted on Tomodachi. I mean, they were your pick in the first place.
They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic.
But weddings in general are expensive, especially when you want to have 200 guests.
That's a lot of guests.
That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family.
Extended family. Oh no.
The keyword is extended.
Yeah.
Do you even know half these people?
That's not the issue.
It is very much the issue.
If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding.
I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I would rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests.
Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal.
Okay, so in the first game, I was really led to believe that Baelish was an established, well-known, well-renowned artist. But now he just looks like he's kind of a in-between jobs, living paycheck to paycheck, essentially. And that Lua is the breadwinner. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but they were giving me completely different feelings in the last game.
With a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding.
Or die trying. I don't want you to...
Save it by the bell.
That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Carbon.
Of course. What can I get you?
Something that will keep me awake.
Something that will keep you awake.
I still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice spicy kick, please.
Any preference on the spicy kick?
No, any strong coffee with spice will do.
Boom, boom, boom. That would be a spicy kick. Is this good? Yahe to Brook. That's something that what's her name? Myrtle wanted in the first game. And I don't think we have anything you want. No. I cannot give you George's lighter. That would be so wrong. But Yahe Tobruk, of course. And a Yahe Tobruk for the lady.
Oh, an oldie goodie. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already.
Damn, your fingers are huge, boy.
What?
You're weird. That thing doesn't feel relaxing to me at all.
You're weird.
I guess we're both weird.
And that is why they're such a good couple. No, not really, but it's one of the reasons.
That we are.
Ah,
My
hi.
lovely weirdo.
My perfect misfit.
This is so much better.
It really is.
Oh, do not conclude that you're going to hold the marriage here. That is unacceptable.
Have I mentioned I love your smile?
Never enough.
Ugh, disgusting.
I mean, what's it called? Show of public affection? Not for everyone, but that is a poor ass response, Scythe.
I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down.
And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey doesn't want to order, that is.
Hi, sorry, didn't hear you come in.
Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing.
Sheesh.
Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work.
Alright then. Did you hear me, Carbon? Spicy is the name of the game.
Spicy is the name of the game. And I still haven't played any endless game. Any preference on the spice or the base?
Nope. Just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something. Then double it.
Double it. Okay, I see. And you wanted something red. So is this going to be good? Well, let's try your taste buds, boy. Sobo! And now, motherfucker, here we go. Boom! Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah. Boom.
That's not mine.
Yeah, I know, it's Hyde's. Oh, my mistake. Sorry. Hey! I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like biscuits in this, you never will.
Let's see if you cracked the Hyde code.
Yeah. Well?
This is kind of troublesome, Carbon. You know me a little too well.
Fucking knew it. Ah, so I take it this works for you.
This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply.
So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Oh, you bastard!
Forgive an old man his old man jokes.
Ooh, do I hate you? You made me waste all of my trash cans yesterday, you bastard.
Anyway, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made Zobo like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbour. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats flow by.
That sounds lovely.
She was a good friend.
She isn't anymore?
Uh-huh.
She passed away, huh?
When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go.
That's sad.
You get used to it.
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about myself as well. I'm not really afraid of death, personally. I'm afraid of dying, the act of actually disappearing like that, because that could be awfully painful and things like that. But the act of being dead, I'm not afraid of it. Not really afraid of other people dying either, because as he said, friends come and go, and there's honestly no difference between being dead and moving away, in my opinion. There's a lot of circumstances that can change that, of course, but if someone simply pass away or someone simply move away, the end result is the same. You don't talk to them anymore and you will miss them. The circumstance of how all of those two different things happen is what makes it painful or devastating even. But dying per se is no worse than moving away, in my mind. But I am very certain that could be a me thing, that might be the only one that thinks like that. But that is my views on death, honestly, that dying is just moving away to a place where no one can contact you. That was a bummer. So let's go here. We got the Yahetubruk and the Sobo, a traditional Nigerian drink with an invigorating ginger kick supported by cloves and pineapple. So it's not Sobo, perhaps. That was... I have no idea how people talk in Nigeria, but I've heard immigrants speak it, and it's a bit more direct, closer to Swedish pronunciations. So Sobo, I think it could be. I have no idea though. Absolutely guessing in the dark there. Votre ami est un paillasé chaussé que vont chamar masque et bega masqué. Wandu lut et dansante et quasi triste sur l'air déguisements fantasque, whatever. Yes, my French is flawless. Part of Los Angeles agency, old enough yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life.
Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love?
I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. He did not like their show of public affection, but he is happy for them, regardless.
We definitely are.
Mm-hmm. Not getting too bored?
Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining.
That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest.
Could you sound any less enthusiastic?
Hey.
Here they go again.
Good to see that some things don't change. And such a dramatic backdrop too.
Oh lord, her horns are so red right now.
You should start serving popcorn, Carver.
Oh, that's rude.
I would be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time.
No, I'm not engaging with this right now.
I'm getting the feeling that even if Hyde is a bit of a prick about it, he would be actually really good at this, since he's a model and has been around for possibly hundreds of years. Not only would he know what the things would look like for it to look great, but also that he can he's possibly been to a lot of weddings himself, maybe even got married a couple of times. He could easily help you through all of this. Because he's maybe old and dull now, but he could have been young and alive, so to say, in his younger age.
I've got to go to work anyway.
Right. And I'm going to have a drink.
Bye, Carbon. Bye, Hyde.
See ya.
So what will it be? What can I make you, Mr. Bayliss?
I think something warm, sweet, and
Something
comforting,
warm,
please.
sweet and comforting. Comforting. Do we have anything like that? A hot chocolate, perhaps?
Yes. Chocolate with
Okay,
honey
of
and
course.
milk could
That
work.
makes with honey and milk. I might have to try that, because these are things that I like: chocolate, honey, milk. Chocobi Miruku. And is this like in Mirukuru in DC Comics? Just a Japanization of a miracle. Who knows? Miruku. Chocobi Miruku. There we go. A Chocobi Miruku for you.
Perfect. This feels so good, Carbon. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a Misbro night like this, it's heartwarming.
But of course, you're our valued customers. And as I said, you have massive fingers. Is that the kind of art you do? Very physical? Because your hands are way bigger than Hyde's.
I hope Lua didn't get too soaked.
You do care a lot about her.
Of course I do.
Yeah, of course. Of course, Hyde.
Then why all the fighting?
Well, they're in a stressful part of their life, so yeah, it's only makes
You
sense.
tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us since we sorted out the situation with my family.
You mean, since you cut them off?
Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces, Lua and I haven't fought about anything until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What do you want from this wedding?
Yes, yes, Hyde, go fix this.
How do you mean?
It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see?
Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lou is there, but that's about it.
That's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants?
You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've picked on everything she's liking on Tomodachi. Every wedding picture she's printing online, all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says too much, too expensive, too this, too that.
Is it? Too much? Too expensive?
That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding.
A proper princess wedding.
You're a remarkably presumptuous young man.
Mr. Hyde?
No, that's alright. I know I've helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it.
Good, because I was going to say it whether you like it or not.
Oh, you're such a bastard.
You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want, as if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone. No, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants.
But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know.
Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute.
Yeah, that's very true. Analysis paralysis.
Or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself.
But what if it takes so long that we reach old age and we're still not married?
If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me.
Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear.
Yeah, Hyde does not pull his punches. Julius.
But also, wasn't wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this talk law thing, are you, Hyde?
No, I think he mastered that art a long time ago.
Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling.
That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling.
Doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while.
I thought you were having a good time in LA.
I was, until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency, just in case. But there aren't any modeling jobs to be had here.
Really? What you're going to do then?
Couples counseling?
Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried here. Let's just try ignore that and check some things here. Yes. Bailey's birthday, 10th of August, freelance designer and #1 pumpkin spice fan. Dad just found a missing photo album of my childhood and I can only wish you can see how cute I am as a kitten. Just Gala. Alright, because they are actually friends. That's cool. A werewolf and a Nekomimi.
Come on, I'm obviously kidding.
Are you? Are you?
I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them.
Ah, right. That is how you met Gala, right?
Besides, I checked in on them, and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of startup.
Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about.
A dwarf mafia. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little.
Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it.
Bad boy.
I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right?
You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast.
No, but not everyone has that luxury now, do they, Mr. Hyde?
I want them done right.
Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that will take some proper time.
Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago.
A few centuries ago, yeah.
But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting.
How the hell do you read that? Chiaroscuro lighting.
And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore.
If you're insinuating that you're rebrand...
Shh. If my mafia buddies find out, I'll be in trouble.
You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice, you're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you.
I'm moving here to be closer to them.
What was that?
Nothing.
Let me take a peek. What did it say exactly? Yeah, I hope you also have people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to them, which is Gala.
I believe your phone's ringing.
Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day. Finally.
In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Bayliss?
No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home.
And keeping bickering?
Nah, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something to drink. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while.
Good elf. Enjoy your night then.
I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Carbon.
Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Bayliss. Mr. Hyde? What was that about the mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you generally considering a career change?
All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value.
I sense a story.
It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At some point I decided that I needed a proper break, but you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, I guess so.
There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch.
So you slipped his watch?
Aha, you know me well, Carbon. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep, then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, Hyde-shaped.
Really?
And I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well.
He had your car keys.
He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the beowulf.
Beowulf.
So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view for the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it, when suddenly we hear a tap on the window.
Rump in the night, I believe, is what they're going on about. Let me guess. That was Gala.
The wolf himself. He appears inside, then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my dates outside.
Mr. Hyde. You're not winding me up, are you?
Oh, Carbon, I wish. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it.
Fool around. Fool around her.
He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that.
That's consensuous bodyguard. That's a consensuous good bodyguard if I ever heard of one.
Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least, not until he removed my gag.
Oh my lord! Hyde!
Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass.
Poor Gala.
Carbon, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco, but I couldn't be angry at Gala, even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So, he stopped talking to me for a few weeks.
That doesn't sound unfair.
I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that.
Is chauffeuring a double entendre here?
I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving.
No, he was actually being a chauffeur.
Anyhow,
chauffeur.
I decided to keep the car in the end, for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I.
You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde.
Sentimental, That's what you took away from that story? Huh. But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped and this is my cue to go, before I lose all my remaining cred.
I hope the car is safe and sound.
So do I. And Carbon?
Yes?
No, nothing. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Hyde. What is it you didn't tell me there? Did you drop something? And safe journey home. Well, that was an abrupt ending. The Grinch, green spicy, not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, so green tea, cinnamon and ginger, I believe I can see there. And that is it for today's episode. I really like that one. It was very nice, kind of silly there at the end with going through heights, endeavors. But it did help out Lua and Bayless yet again, and that is very nice. And apparently he didn't want Mr. Gala's key card either, so I guess I just have to give it back to him, Mr. Gala, then. Anyway, well, that's it for today's episode. As I said, if you want to see anything else that I've been playing, you can find it at the bottom of the screen. And remember, just because you're not the main character doesn't mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.